So come on in, let's take a sip, let's wind down. My name is Christopher, and I'm delighted to see you here. Let's see what we've got in our grid today. A HumpDay grid by Simeon Siegel, edited by Joel Faliano. And I am still working on the case of this Sommerlust that I bought yesterday. Still have to recommend it. So, wind down. Let's do it. See what we got in our grid today. Oh, okay. Yeah, so we started right off here. The shot across the bow is going to be in italics with a question mark. Popcorn. Yeah, got a clue. What do we got here? Brainstormer's graphic. Cranky. Okay, crudité, go with. 3 letters for crudité. If you're going to have crudité, what are you going to have it with? I'm going to say dip. I'm going to say a dip of some sort. Okay, drink suffix, maybe an aid. All right. One side of a pool. Cranky could be peevish. So, is this a P? Pop quizzes. Gosh. Yesterday I blanked a clock. It was very time consuming. Nonfiction films with an editorial viewpoint in a New York Times series. Oh, what are those called? Op somethings. Okay, Dagcorn. Still don't know. All right, island on which the Dutch introduced coffee in the 1600s. And I do believe this is the island of Java. All right. Elide, maybe omit. And I think this makes this a dad joke, which is cool. It's funny. Popcorn, corn, got it? You know, I mean, it's a dad joke. I like it if it's correct. On one side of a pool, this was what I was looking for a while ago. I wanted something to confirm it could be a deep end. I do that. I don't know. So the Brainstormer's graphic may be an idea map. And Casey of Radio Countdowns. And we're back. I'm Casey Kasem. I never could do a good Casey Kasem. It's awful. I could do every president going back to Jack Kennedy, though. Like, perfectly. Sleepless in Seattle director. All right, Efron. And set up en masse, which would be, I guess, mob. And pop quizzes. I guess Father's Day's around the corner. I know my 33rd anniversary is tomorrow. I think this is maybe paternity tests. And so, you know, we have the dad joke, and we got paternity tests. And what's this? Jazz group. Yes, the NBA, Utah Jazz. The U.S. is its southernmost member. And, you know, it's NATO. And I know this since I work for them. But I got to be honest with you. Sometimes when I think southernmost, I'm thinking like Turkey. I don't even know why. I mean, I don't know why that is the case. Maybe Till may be up to informally attending to pressing matters with a question mark. Pressing, ironing. Demos for democracy. Ironing. Okay, how about OMG here? And that tells me I might be right on the ironing. Ironing. Tandoor baked bread. Takes me back to that joke we had in the puzzle the other day about nonviolence. A fan of, maybe into. Now we got to get back up here. I'm getting way off track and it's just way unorganized. All prefix may be omni. Balderdash, typically nonsense. Can't think of any other use for it. Stooge with the catchphrase, oh, a wise guy, eh? Oh, a wise guy, eh? Okay, so I grew up on the Looney Tunes. My mother grew up on the Looney Tunes, and these were before both of our time. That's how timeless they were. Demos. Oh, it's not demos but it's demos for democracy. I think these are root toot words, and we don't want those words. I want a root word. Home planet of a classic TV alien. Orc, as in Mork from Orc. Distance running powerhouse, clearly the nation of Kenya. Well, my phone just keeps going off and off here. Edge of a path. A pen could be a sty. So I think this might be a wayside. I don't know, though. They're often held in the fetal position. How about knees? Lightning tube full, maybe. Lighting tube full. Lightning. Where did I get this? Quick tennis outing, maybe one set. And set with a T. Appreciated as a joke, maybe got it. So we got a pretty easy Wednesday here. Got Kylo Ren making his appearance here. Lost dog. Symbol on the Nikkei 225 is the yen sign. Of course it is. All right, so a pop song. Do you see it in there? I think I see it in there. Something about some old dude playing knick-knack on someone's thigh, right? I don't know what that was all about, but that's a little creepy. But I think this old man never understood that. All right. Opposite to sea of hints. I think that, that could be a goal. Yesterday at 8 o'clock. It was very time consuming. Yeah, that is a dad joke. Planning to informally, maybe because I'm gonna garnish top with. Yeah, are these OP docs? I can't remember. I've seen a couple. Rule for a screen-free household. I guess no TV. Back issue could be definitely an ache. Mind a baby, so we're probably sitting here. And then what do we got? Some improvised ball fields. I don't know, but I'm just going to go with sandlots because, we played it when I was a kid, and I just want it to be the right thing. Minor bump against another car. Looks like this is shaping out to be a love tap. Or the way my dad used to refer to the strength of his spankings. It's just a love tap. Yeah, okay, sure. It was a love tap, all right. Big name in nail polish. If you follow closely, I have a problem with this all the time. It seems like I'm always forgetting this. It's OP. I don't know what it is. They sell them like crazy. It's everywhere here in Germany. That and Nivea, and I don't know. Hope that's right. This looks like it's a Nick. Certainly fits there. Snoopy group for sure. No kidding. No idea. Children's TV informally. Okay, so we got 50 and 10, so 60 divided by 20. Well, 60 divided by 20 is 3, so I guess it'd be I. And I guess a Snoopy group. Got to get the dog out of my head. Could be the CIA, as in snooping around. So this may be KidVid. Pop wisdom. Divorcee in 1990s New York tabloids. I think this is Ivana Trump. And on the rocks, maybe iced. And this is looking like this is advice of some sort here, doesn't it? And, whatever it is. Supermodel de Levin, and I think this is Cara. Opening, a vacancy perhaps. Thanksgiving serving of a yam. Pop art. Dadaism. Prefix for gender, sis. Okay. Obstacle to change. Yes. Inertia. Okay. 1 of 2 in business suits. Okay. So this I've been hyper aware of for a few years now. This I at the end here. Wow, that's weird, right? You know, and I'm sure it's not going to be a Valenti anything, right? I mean, you could have a Valenti suit, but I think this is a silent I. It almost always winds up being that. And you've got two of them in business suits, right? They're silent, so maybe that's it. There and back, perhaps, probably a lap. Informal agreement. Okay, what do we have here? Long Islander of Literature. Oh, I meant to put OMG in there. Did I put an OMH? I sure did. Because I was like, no, that's Gatsby. There. Oh, yes, old boy. Gatsby. Informal agreement, a yup. And, or maybe a yup, because this is noir et blanche. And so, one may be unfasten the feet of baby. Yes, we're good to go now. And let's tighten this up. Hope I didn't fat finger something else I didn't catch. Old French coin, probably asking for a sou. Spot for a pile of finished work. I'd say an outbox, but clearly that's not going to fit there. I think we got out, though, maybe. You need to check that. Wild trip. Just guessing here. By the gate of the rest of the puzzle. Safari. What? Misbehaves, maybe acts bad. Elizabeth with millions of made-up customers. Well, at first I thought I was wrong on acts bad because I was thinking of that Elizabeth Holmes, but I mean her last name's got 6 letters, so that's not going to work. Made-up customers, though. This might be Elizabeth Arden. Cosmetics, newspaper editor Bradley. That's Ben Bradley. I'm still a fan of his. Pop wisdom. Looks like this is going to be fatherly advice. Place for swimming lessons in brief from YMCA. Also a very bad disco from the 70s. Poem about pastoral life, and this isn't any deal. Certainly will, shall. More than theoretical and for real. And I guess the spot for a pile of unfinished work is an out tray. And found, located, how contest winners might be chosen at random. How do we do, Bob? Oh, good. Yeah, I mean, I was really afraid. Like, I might have, since I missed that, it was instead of OMG, it was OMH, you know. That's really why it's helpful to have our crosses and our downs when we get around these things, because you see a clue, you're like, I know what that is. That's Gatsby, but you don't have the Gatsby because you don't have the right letter there. Then, you know, that kind of gives you your hint. But at the end of the day, you know, we do fat finger mistakes, you know, on occasion. We don't mean to. What we're saying, like I said OMG, then I'm putting in OMH. It happens. Don't beat yourself up. You get to the end of the puzzle. Don't fret about it. Just check it. Check the puzzle. It'll tell you where you're wrong, and you like try to learn from where you got it wrong. But otherwise, it was a pretty clever grid. I really thought the dad joke part was good. Everything was relatively funny until we got to fatherly advice, and but honestly, I mean, it was just a clever grid. Overly clever or anything, but it was a really solid grid. And I wouldn't mind saying that I was the one who constructed it. That's my best compliment that I've ever had for anything, is I wish I had painted that, or I wish I had just written that, or I wish I had constructed this, or, you know, so that's my way of complimenting things. So as it is, not a bad puzzle. Let's go ahead and get this off. And once again, I want to just praise the Sommerlust Trockene Domine. It's the Trocken from 2021, 2021, and it is a fabulous little red wine, and I cannot sing its praises enough. And I said it's about €8 a bottle, but I keep forgetting I bought 2 cases, and so I got it down to about €5 a bottle. So really, about €18 altogether. So my mother commented yesterday. She's like, "Oh, you're killing me with all your affordable wine." So my mother's like me; she's very much a wino. She loves the wine. And she's a real snob about it too. She loves. It's just got to be the perfect wine. I'm not far off, and I'm a little bit more adventurous. You know, I'll try a bad wine just to see. She will not. But she was all bent out of shape. And I told her yesterday in the comments, I said, "Oh, you know, Muti, you can always move in. Just leave Texas and come here where it's cheap." So anyway, subscriptions, likes, comments. I'm in love with them all. Thank you. From the bottom of my overflowing vessel called a heart. Thank you so very much. Tomorrow we will meet for the Thursday grid, and they're usually loaded with rebuses and just hints of clever. Last Thursday, if you've not seen that video or done the puzzle, it was an absolute pleasure. It was a pleasure to do last Thursday's grid. So if you wanted to give that a look and see, I think you'll also find it quite entertaining. Until tomorrow, ich wünsche Ihnen einen schönen Tag noch. Tschüss, Servus, Grüß Gott, Ciao, Auf Wiedersehen. Take care, and Cin-Cin.